Sir Wilkins here live at SummerSlam with one of the greatest wrestlers of the modern day era, Baron Corbin. But first we're going to talk about my favorite thing, food.
There we go.
We're going to talk a little bit of food. First of all, you're a barbecue king, low key.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
What is your favorite?
Doing brisket or beef ribs. If you're going barbecue, those are my two things. I make my own rubs for them, my own seasonings. I make my own barbecue sauce for them. Those are awesome, and they're just make everybody happy.
Do you have a favorite city for barbecue?
Kansas City. I'm born and raised there. Kansas City's home. The barbecue there is unmatchable. We have the burn-ins. Everybody else around the world tries to do burn-ins. They can't do burn-ins like Kansas City.
So explain to people, what is burn-ins?
Burn-ins are taking the fat cap from the brisket, and it's obviously the much fattier side of the brisket, not the lean part. And you're cooking it just like you do the brisket, but then you're actually having to split the brisket, pull it off, cube it down, put some barbecue sauce on it, put it back in the tray, put it back in the smoker, and let that fat render even more. And it's just little cubes of heaven.
So post-wrestling, you're going to become a chef? The way you just broke it down, it's like you just broke down a match.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm already kind of playing with it now. I'm going to do a pop-up restaurant in Tampa here soon where we're going to do like a 4-item tapa menu, and it'll be fun. It's just, I like slinging that food and doing all kinds of things. To me, it's a great release from WWE, and when I get home and you have the anxiety of the matches and the magnitude of the crowd and the energy, you got to have that come down, and for me it's cooking. So I know some people think cooking's like hectic, crazy, everything's going, pots, pans, everything, but for me it's calming. So yeah.
So let's talk a little bit of wrestling. I got to give it up to you. You are able to get a new character and fully embrace it. You talked about the anxiety of this different things, the stress that comes with being a superstar of your caliber. How do you make these character changes so easy?
I mean, it's my job, and I think it's the lack of ego. I think some people that struggle with a character, or if what they're doing they're not believable in doing, I think it's ego that gets in the way a lot of times. I'm not afraid. I mean, you look at bum-ass Corbin. I mean, it was a mess, dude. Like, I looked horrible. My beard was terrible. My hair was terrible. I was wearing a dirty shirt. And, like, what you got to realize is not only do I do it there at TV, but when I go home, I still look like that. I still have a nasty beard. I had to visit private schools with my daughter. We're doing schools, and I would apologize right when we get out. Sorry for the way I look. It is my job. And they just it was just funny. But if you can set your ego aside and have that I don't care, and honestly have that I don't care what the audience thinks or makes fun of or whatever it is, you can find success in these things, and that's just how I do it.
All right, last question. As a fellow bald man, what do you use to cut your hair?
I have that like Braun Series 9. That's the jam. That's it. Makes it. I can do it every day. It doesn't irritate me.
I just use a regular clippers from my barber. Okay. So I have a barber that I've had when I had hair. He'll give me like a couple of old clippers, like, yo, here's what you got to use. So I use that. But my brother uses what you use. So I had to ask because it's looking real smooth.
And this was from yesterday.
But when you did bum-ass Corbin, and you had to have like that, I was like, I feel so. I understand. Seinfeld? Yeah, I understood the pain. I was like, I know he's hurting right now. But Mr. Corbin, thank you so much for your time.
Hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans, you gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes and Noble.